Hey guys, it's Mrs. Russell back here to talk with you really quickly about some hallway processes and some things you might see in our hallways. First of all, I just want to mention that you may be seeing arrows and dots in our hallways. The reason that we have this is the arrows are to help with the flow of traffic. So we have some areas in our school that get really crowded during that 4-minute passing time. And so it's just really important that we're following the arrows and that we're really walking on the right side of the hallway, similar to how traffic is on the road. The reason is that we all need to be able to get where we need to be. And so if we can all kind of travel in the same direction, that just makes things flow a whole lot better for us. Also, I just want to point out that the areas in the 7th grade hallway and the 8th grade hallway where they make kind of a T, that we need to be really careful that we're not just standing in the middle of that area. It gets really congested. We definitely want you to pause and chat with your friends if you have a minute, but let's just make sure we're staying off to the side so that people can still move and get where they need to be and that we're not crowding those areas. So just be really careful with that. Also, the yellow dots, your teachers are very intentional about greeting you at the door. And so we have yellow dots outside of the door, and we just encourage you to wait outside until your teacher is ready and they have their classroom ready, and so that they can meet you at the door and say hello to you. They will talk more about that and what to expect in each class, but that's the reason for the dots. Just leave them alone, make sure that they stay on the floor. They're not bothering anybody, so leave them there and try to make sure that you are just doing your best to help keep some of those congested areas free. The last thing that I want to talk about is our behavior in the hallway. So, two things that are super important. One is our language, okay? I'm not going to debate what language is right or wrong, but I am going to tell you that there is a time and a place for appropriate language, and our hallways are a place where we are not going to tolerate inappropriate language. So if it's language you normally use with your friends, I'm not going to tell you you can't. I'm just going to tell you you can't at Mount Pleasant Middle School, okay? So keep it away from our hallways. We want to make it a place where everyone feels like they can walk through safely and not hear stuff that they don't want to hear. Okay, the other thing too is just to make sure that we're being safe. And so safety in our hallways has a lot to do with the number of bodies that are in it. We don't need to be pushing each other around, even playfully, with our friends. And the other thing too is running. Okay, we are going to walk everywhere we go. There is not 2 points in this building that you cannot reach in 4 minutes. So the example that I always like to use is the large gym and the classroom upstairs like Mr. Hoyle's. Those are probably about the farthest away, and you can easily get there in 4 minutes. We should not and cannot and will not be running in the hallways. It is just too dangerous. If you hear the warning bell and you take off in a dead sprint, it means you waited far too long. So let's not do it. I don't even want to have to address it. So let's just stop it right now and agree that we're all going to walk and be safe and make the hallways a good place to be for those awesome 4 minutes where we get to just kind of take a breather, move our legs, use the restroom, fill our water bottles, say hi to our friends, and then get to the next place we need to be. All right, have a great day.